So I don't know why Trump would have it anywhere he doesn't want to. Let's bring in Democratic strategist James Carville and former spokesperson for Governor Doug Burgum's presidential campaign, Republican strategist Lance Trover. It's good to have you both. Jimmy, am I getting this wrong, or do you think this is much ado about nothing? If Trump is going to show up, Harris should say she'll do it wherever he wants.
Well, he agreed to do the debate on September the 10th. That's a minor detail. You said we would do it. Okay. And he doesn't want to debate her. He's scared. Trump and his campaign, they don't know whether to whine their butt or scratch their watch right now. They can't figure out anything. And he's dazed. He doesn't know how to react to anything. And if I'm the vice president, I show up at the appointed time, the appointed place, and I'm ready to debate. And let everybody else debate the debates. They agreed to it. It's done. Show up September 10th. He's got to show up September 18th for his sentencing. We know that's coming. Maybe they can debate. They can have another debate after he gets sentenced. And he can be in an ankle bracelet or whatever they do with him. I don't care.
But I'm just saying, Jimmy, yes, he agreed. But if he's like, look, I'm not going there. They're not going to be fair to me. She's got a friend who's working in corporate. Look, I worked at ABC News. I think it's an amazing organization. That's not the point. But I'm just saying, I think Harris needs the debate. I think that in terms of her measurement with unknowns, that's why I'm pushing it that way.
Well, you said the two most important words. He agreed. Okay, when you agree to something, you're supposed to follow through with it. That's the critical thing. You agreed to be there on September 10th. You knew what ABC News was. It's not some, there's nothing you found out about ABC. It's a top flight news organization. You agreed. She shows up. No end of discussion. She will be there on September 10th.
Lance, I saw the Kamala Harris thing. I'm not playing it because I really want to get out of the mindless, needless negativity business as much as I can for my audience from now until Election Day. I don't see Trump as chicken. I think, if anything, he's got overconfidence in general. But what do you think is motivating him saying, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I'm worried about the mics or whatever. What is this about for you?
I mean, Chris, you're asking me to get in the mind of Donald Trump or predict why he's saying what he's doing. I can't get into that. Look, I think there's going to be a debate. He says a lot of things. He does this stuff. We can't live and die by everything he puts on Truth Social or Twitter, right? If we did that, the world would stop moving tomorrow. But there will be a debate. And listen, for you folks in the media and voters out there, you better hope there's a debate, because from Kamala Harris, that's all you're going to get. I mean, this woman will not do an interview. They keep saying there's this elusive August 31st deadline. Well, it's August 27th, practically. We don't have anything. This is a campaign by teleprompter. I think everybody needs to get used to it. That is the strategy they have going forward. So a debate's pretty much what every voter is going to get out there. So we better hope there is one. I think there will be one. Trump's confident he's going to show up. There's going to be a debate.
Yeah. So you think this is just noise? Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's interesting. He says you shouldn't pay attention to what Trump says. I agree with my esteemed colleague on here. I said, well, why would you pay any attention to anything that Trump ever said? Which to me is a searing indictment of a presidential candidate, that you can't believe anything he says. But okay.
And I said you can't live and die by what he puts on Truth Social. I mean, I think that's pretty much a fact of what goes on social media. That's a big difference than saying we can't pay attention to what he says. That's not what I said.
That's his site. Okay. I'm just saying, everybody knows he's a liar. Everybody knows he can't tell the truth. And all the vice president needs to do is show up on September 10th at the appointed place, at the appointed hour. And if he's not there, fine.
But James, you would agree it is their strategy to not do interviews, for her to do as little interaction with the press as possible, right?
Come on, man. She was July the 21st. In that time, she had to put a convention together. She had to pick a vice president. They had to put a campaign together. They had to merge two campaigns together. Where is it written that in the first 5 weeks of a campaign, you have to do a long-form interview? That's just a made-up thing. That's absurd. She's been quite busy and has done quite well, and she's got more things to do than sit around and wait around and do a long-form interview, of which after you do it, the press is going to forget about it anyway.
To tell the voters where she stands on an issue, we don't know where. No one knows where she stands on any issue. It's not about just pleasing the press. It's about telling people where she stands on the issues.
You heard her speech. She thinks that inflation is caused partly by price rigging. She thinks she ought to raise taxes on incomes over $400,000 a year and have a first-time home buyers relief fund. I mean, there's a ways that you can get out what your stand on the issues is without having a long-form journalistic yap trap. And I wouldn't be surprised if she does. I wouldn't be
No
surprised
offense
if she
taken.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.